So let's go ahead. We will go live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello, welcome to the final day of Slurpathon. It is a wonderful morning this morning to be able to have fun with our friendos again at Slurpathon. All proceeds for Slurpathon do go towards Extra Life. Extra Life is our fundraising event that directly supports the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So specifically, ours is going to the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation with unrestricted funds. That means maximum efficiency, just like our speedruns, for wherever the money needs to go in order to help support the children. And starting off this morning, we've got dewdney for our Mario 64 run with co-commentator Drew B. I will hand this off to you. Remember, we have a couple of other incentives as well. We've got our cross beats for the song request and boss song showcase, as well as Axiom Verge for the all bosses mode. So donate, it's your last day. I'll pass it off to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Obviously, hello, I'm dewdney. Today, we'll be playing some Mario 64. If you've never seen this game before, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool tricks, and because we're getting every star in the game, you're going to see a bunch of the cool tricks. This is a long run ahead, and I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, so don't make too much fun of me if I make a bunch of mistakes. I'm joined by my friend Drew B, who's going to be doing a lot of commentary for me, because he is better at talking than I am, especially under pressure. So,
well, I don't know about all that, but yeah, super excited to be here tonight. And just as dewdney said, there's a lot of really fun tricks in this run, and when you're doing every star, you get to see all the cool stuff. I think what's fun about this is, with as long of a run it is, see, you said I'm better at talking, and I'm stumbling over my sentences. With as long of a run as this is, there still are some really fun tricks that you'll see him pull off, and hopefully execute pretty well. He's been running this game really, really well recently, so I think it's going to be a fun time.
I did PB at like 4 o'clock in the morning the other night, so
Yes,
yeah, thank you, Malieve. So I'm gonna reset. We're gonna count down from 5. I'm gonna reset. My timer should automatically start. If it doesn't, you might see me reset once or twice. But once the timer starts, we'll get right into the run. Timer starts at 1.33 because that's the first frame that the actual logo shows up on the screen, and we'll get into it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reset. And my timer started. We're perfect.
Mario.
All right, first time. That's actually kind of shocking, but that's
I know.
great.
Time for all the wahoos.
The wahoos, the Mamma Mias, and all that good stuff.
One of my favorite things about this run, so you'll notice that we're playing in Japanese. The reason we play in Japanese, for the routing in this game is weird, because for 16 and 120 star, we play in Japanese, but for 70 star, you play in English, because English is technically 4 or 8 frames faster or something like that. For 70 star, but for all the other categories, Japanese is faster because of text boxes.
And it's definitely noticeable in 120 when you have enough text boxes where the Japanese version truly is a lot faster. Well, first things first, we gotta get into the castle, but you can see little Lakitu there was waiting to have a conversation, but we don't have time to talk to him. So what he just did is he actually skipped about 8 seconds worth of dialogue with Lakitu by long jumping on a very specific part of the bridge. And we're now heading to our first stage. So this is Bob-omb's Battlefield. We're only going to be here briefly for now. We do need to get all 120 stars, but what's fastest is to get the first star here, which will open a different door. And that's the first of many cool tricks. That's a bomb clip. So you saw that he threw the bomb, let the bomb expand a little bit, grab it, and then actually the bomb pushes Mario's hitbox up against that cage, and then when you throw him, throw the bomb, then Mario clips inside. So a lot faster than how you normally get that star.
A lot faster.
I honestly feel sorry for all of those bombs. It's just like you're just hanging out one day and suddenly Mario just comes in and picks you up and blows you up and then leaves.
Your whole life is just sitting there until you get someone who wants to come talk to you, and then you expand and blow up.
Yeah.
Brutal.
When you really think about it, all of Mario's just committing genocide. Like
Mario's a menace.
between the Koopas.
Never talk about that, and we need to.
Like, well, okay. And so in the instruction manual for Mario 1, you actually find out that the Toad Kingdom was turned into the bricks that Mario is destroying the entire game. So, you know.
Oh, he is a menace. He's a killer.
He's an actual menace.
By the way, for those who are curious, you could see in that last stage, the slide, that real scary-looking maneuver where he hopped off the slide and got down there pretty quickly. Minimally, you have to get down in 21 seconds or less in order to grab that extra star down there, and he made it down there in about 12 seconds. But I shouldn't talk too much because this is also a very cool trick. That's called Owlless. If you've played this game before, you might know there's a little owl that you can wake up at the bottom of this stage. Who can take you on up, fly you up, and drop you in that cage. But it is slower to do that. It is a lot less risky. Owlless is one of the harder tricks in the run, I would say. But I've seen dewdney do this many, many times, and he's pretty consistent with it. So Whomp's Fortress has a lot of fun little glitches, fun little tricks, such as, well, this one.
Walls
and where
don't
did that star even
exist.
come from? Walls don't exist. Yeah, the fun thing is that star is actually already spawned in there. You just can't see it. Normally, you get into a cannon, you blast the corner of the wall to expose the star, but if you hit it at just the right spot, you can actually grab that star without breaking the wall, which is what he did. So we call it cannonless because we did it without the cannon, which would have been right there. You can see the spot where the little pink bob-omb was. That's where he would have got it. That's one bob-omb that Mario doesn't make explode when he walks next to it. So
It's the first little mistake.
You know, it is little though.
I clearly didn't see anything. I was like, oh, this is so intentional. I got it.
Yeah, we definitely kicked past the star on purpose.
We can go with that, absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the viewers on their toes.
True, exactly. Gotta have you figuring out if we're on world record pace or not, or leave you guessing. Some of the longest stars in this run, as you might guess, are, if you know this game, is when you collect 100 coins in the stage. So there's a bonus star for every single stage in this game. You collect a total of 100 coins. And typically that's also going to be when he collects all of these red coins. So the red coins give you 2, the yellow give you 1, and then the blue, which you're going to see him grab here in a moment, gives you 5. There's several stages that are... See, that was also intentional. There are several stages that are pretty difficult for accomplishing this because the maximum number of coins is not particularly high. Whomp's Fortress isn't one of them. This is one of the easier ones for the 100 coin. Yeah, he's doing a swift job, just trying to efficiently go around and grab them. And then you can see that he's grabbing these red coins as well because once you grab all 100 coins, the star will spawn, but you'll be able to stay in the stage and grab another star. So every time you get a star in this game, aside from those, you're teleported out of the stage. So you're going to see that he's able to get 100 coins. We're almost there now. And then he'll grab his 8th red coin to finish the stage up. Which I think is still up by the Whomp's head or floating items. I think he's got one up here he's got to grab.
It's on the Whomp's head. I forgot to do that.
There it is. And there it is. Oh.
it's gonna spawn in a weird spot, but that's okay.
It is a little bit of a weird spot, but dewdney's a gamer, so he's got it. I love how Mario's not in frame anymore because the womps but like I said, now we're gonna grab this other star. Here we go. And making our way downtown, flying through Womp's Fortress.
We're
I was gonna try to
almost
match it
through.
with the song, but we're almost through. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. And Mario misses you. Ba-na-na-na-na. I don't know the lyrics. It's fine.
It's okay. You were. I was doing it in my head. I was like, I need to not.
Well,
You did it for me. Thank you.
Well, you can do it out loud if you want. You might do a better job with it than I do. This was one of the stars where when I was learning to run this, I always thought was really cool. If you do a ground pound, you can actually go through the Womp's body, which seems a little bit interesting. You can't like jump through it, but if you ground pound at just the right time, Mario can actually go through the Womp's body, as you saw dewdney pull off, which is faster than letting it slam down and go around and jump on its back. Again, further evidence that this is just a horrifying game where Mario murders so many just peaceful, happy creatures. But it's okay because we have a princess to save, I guess, and stars to get. So I guess all of this is justified.
We have insurance, guys. It's totally fine. Just bust up the entire castle. There's a princess clause in there.
Yeah. Well, that is all for Womp's Fortress. There are 8 stars. Or wait, 7.
7.
I can't count. I can't count. There are 7. In other renditions of this game, there are actually more stars. So this is, of course, the N64 version, although it is on emulator. And so, yes, in this version, there are 7 stars per stage. There are other bonus stars from other stages, like the slide stage. We've already gotten one there. We'll go back and get another one there later. We're here in Jolly Roger Bay, and this place has its ups and its downs. The music being the track that it is very nice.
Big up, the 100 coin here, the big down.
That's the big down of this stage. The 100 coin is not very fun. So just as I was saying, some of these stages are a lot easier for getting all 100 coins than others, and this one's a little bit of a pain by comparison.
But dewdney, you have to go down to get the 100 stars. Or 100 coins for the star.
That's true. He is going down in the water. Fun trivia facts that I don't know the answer to. There are coins above water, but certainly not 100. I don't know if anyone would know how many coins there are above water.
Above water?
Yeah.
There is
I do not want to distract you with this.
23.
Dang! Look at this picture. Wow.
Also, you're bussin', Slurpee.
Well, I suppose it makes sense that he knows how many there are, because he knows where to get the 100 coins for that star. So, and not only that star, but this star, you can take it. Typically, when you see him collecting all these fun little coins, it's probably when he's going for the 100 coin star.
Oh, I also lied to you. There's 23 outside of the cave.
That's okay.
We've been lied to.
We've been lied to, unfortunately, but
I'm sorry.
what it is. That's
Inside the cave, there's another 33.
I guess we did have to go under to get these ones, but yes, they are above water, technically. You know, this stage is real interesting to me, those, little pillars that fall. I don't understand how they were so stable for so long in this world of Super Mario 64, but it just so happens that the moment that Mr. Mario walks by, now they've lost their balance and they come tumbling down.
Well, clearly, it's also part of the insurance clause. They just need to make Mario have the hardest time ever if you're going to try to save the princess.
Why does this castle have paintings that you can go inside?
It's a fair question.
That's not Mario's problem. Mario's a plumber, not a painter.
It's
That's
true.
very true. Mario didn't ask for any of this. He's just he just wants to fix your pipes, and he got pulled into all this mess. That is the pink bob-omb. You do have to speak to them in order to open up each of these cannons. And we are going to be blasting away in cannons.
Shell is saying maybe that's the only way Princess Peach can travel.
We've seen Mario Odyssey. She gets around.
Yeah. Well, also in like Smash Bros, she's got the umbrella and she floats.
That's true.
She sacrifices toads.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah, that part.
maybe she's the true menace.
We're really just rooting for the villains here. That long jump's a bit of a spooky one, but we did get all the coins on the way up. And yeah, you can see that this boat kind of rocks up and down. And
I was on a bad cycle. It was my own fault.
We can Mario. He's the one who did it,
True.
So yeah, depending on where the boat's positioned at, that long jump becomes either particularly easy if you have the right angle, or not quite low enough for Mario to land on. So there's the 100 coin star, and that one, even though we said is a little bit more annoying, dewdney didn't make it look annoying. I think he looked pretty clean while he was doing that, but just fewer coins to get, so you kind of have to go all over this whole stage, do a lot of swimming to get to it. But what's handy is, now that we've opened up the cannon during that last star, we never actually used it. But what we're going to see right now is there is another star up here that he's going to
Miss.
almost get. We'll just say that he was scouting it out. Fortunately, when you have 120 stars, there are lots of backups, like glitching through this tunnel to go get a different one. I was going to comment on that during Womp's Fortress, that for me, as more of a novice runner compared to him, when I miss something like Owlus or Canonus, I'll go and do one of the other stars in the stage that I need to do. So you can see that's what he's doing here, because why bother swimming all the way back up and getting back into the cannon when you can just go do another star, and then just go back and get it the second time.
Such a perfect jump. Just the start.
We just let Mario hang out in the air for a second while the star spawns. It's no big deal.
Pretty fun.
You'll also notice that I bonk a lot going into cannons, and it's because it's faster than grabbing the edge and then dropping in. It's just faster to bonk Mario's head, so he fast falls into the cannon. I am aiming too high this morning.
Poor guy is getting head bonks for our entertainment and for our leisure. But
Okay to aim high. We aim high for donations.
True.
Absolutely.
True.
Nothing wrong with aiming a little too high.
Mario likes charity.
Mario's facial expression after he came out of that painting also looked like he was aiming a little high, but
He's just having a good time.
as we all are. And there it is. Third time's the charm, that's what they say, right?
Yep.
We've
That
got
star.
a couple more stars to go here. Oh, that star, what were we gonna say?
It's so much harder than it looks to get that lineup. So in one of the reasons that star is actually faster in Japanese, because it spawns outside of the box. In the English version of the game, that star actually starts in a box, and you lose the star spawn animation is like 4 seconds. So faster.
One of the examples where it is a considerable time loss here. In other routes of this game, or other categories, I should say, you might not get that star, and so that part doesn't really matter for other languages, but that is one of the reasons why Japanese is faster. Thankfully, Mario doesn't have to kill this peaceful creature today. He just gets to grab the star on its back. one of the few that Mario doesn't slaughter for coins or stars or, you know, whatever.
If you have a purpose, you won't die. Just like the owl's like, whew.
Phew! Does Mr. Mario want to hurt me today? I sure hope not.
Did you guys know that the owl's name is Hoot? Hoot the owl.
That's
also precious.
Simple.
Okay, yes, also that. It is a little simple. At least, you know, the bunny, who we're going to meet later, has a little more unique of a name.
Very much so.
It's not like Hop or something like that. Which, you know, Hoot's a little simple, yes.
And the baby penguin in CCM's name is Tuxie.
Also a cool as heck name, if I do say so myself.
Tuxie the penguin.
A very snazzy penguin who Mario's not supposed to hurt, but sometimes people do. Anyway, that was the 17th star, so we're out of that area. We did have that bonus star to grab. And we're back to the slide once more. You're going to see dewdney's going to do a similar setup where he bounces off the walls here to set up a jump, which looks a little scary. Mario's screaming, he's yelling, but he's fine. He can calm down. And this time we did make it in less than 21 seconds, but what we're here for is actually the star inside of this box, which you get just by completing the slide. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We got another star.
I also love that as he just goes down the slide, his facial expression just never changes. It's like, here we go again.
Mario's been through stuff, you know?
Yeah, he just looks so unentertained this entire game. Unless you lose his hat. Which we're going to try not to do. It's harder to do than you think to actually lose Mario's hat. But if you lose it, it gets stuck in the level where you lost it. And he'll run around without a hat the entire game. And you actually lose time for every time you exit a stage not having his hat because he's looking for it at the end of every stage. Little known fact.
Yes, that is, you know, it adds up though when you've got 120 stars. I think most folks, if they've played the game casually, may also know that when you lose your hat, Mario actually takes a little bit more damage, which won't really be a problem for him. But we don't really care about Mario taking damage. We just care about time loss.
What he cares about is just hide all the wounds on his head from all the head bonks.
Yeah, yeah, he can take a lot of damage. He's demonstrated that with the head bonks.
I mean, he also lifts and spins a giant turtle with ease. Man's is strong man Mario.
It's true that he also long jumps through fences like that one. Either the fence is just invisible or Mario, I don't know, it's just made of steel. But there's a lot of maneuvers here that I think, you know, wow, if that was me, that would kind of hurt. That would be exhausting.
This is the true reason why he's a menace.
I'm just glad that we're all coming away with the consensus of Mario's really a supervillain and we need to all be worried. We are at the first Bowser stage. This is a stage that's a bit spooky because falling, it means, you know, pretty much certain death, but we're skillfully getting through, collecting all of the 8 red coins in this stage. So we are going to grab the star and go through. More efficient to grab the star now and go say hi to our defenseless victim, Bowser. He's done nothing wrong. And commit a little bit of...
He just wanted to have a date with the princess.
Can you blame him, you know? Is that so wrong?
Princess Peach is very cute.
There's a certain song that a certain Jack Black sings about a certain Princess Peach that comes to mind. For those who have not seen the Mario movie, that's yes. Aki knows what's up.
Ah.
There's actually a parody of that with Waluigi, and it's definitely worth looking up on YouTube.
With
That does sound worth
Waluigi.
looking up. That sounds very worth looking up. We're really taking care of all of the stages kind of on this main level of the castle. Beating Dark World does get you that key that you saw Mario pick up. And that's the one that's going to allow us to go into the basement where we have more stages to check out. But to finish things off, before we go downstairs, we do have to finish off Bob-omb's battlefield. One thing you'll notice there is he used the wing cap to fly up to this stage. And we needed to have 10 stars minimally before we could get the wing cap unlocked. That was one of the flying stages that we saw him at earlier. So it's not efficient to go through and try to clear out a bunch of stars here when we have things we need to do so. So even though this was the first stage we went to, it's actually going to be the last one upstairs. Or I'm sorry, on this main level before we go down to the basement. So I think that looks cool as heck. Those wall jumps are pretty fun.
Those wall jumps are so tight, and they're not as easy as it looks.
They're not. He made it look easy, but
Shouldn't have said that. We just been like, oh man, this is so cool.
Back to the Mario defeats defenseless, peaceful creatures like King Baba.
You hurt my subjects, and Mario's like, yeah, no, well, too bad. You're also getting hurt.
Well, I got yeeted. Oh my Lanta, this is interesting.
Yahoo!
There is a wall jump that he can do here, but the tough thing about these walls is, you know, there's both a timing component of when you kick off, but more importantly, there are some angles at which you're just not going to get the ability to kick off of it. This game has a lot of weird spots where you can do wall jumps, a lot of walls that you wouldn't think would be useful for that, and that's one of them, where it does allow him to get up here faster. You can see that he does that little kick at the end of his jump to get a little bit more height to pop over the King Bob-omb's head and control his positioning as he lands. 3 throws. King Bob-omb is saying something. We're not interested in reading what he has to say. We're just interested in grabbing the star held within his soft body that exploded after 3 little tosses.
Any last words? Oh, well, nope. Bye.
I got places to go, things to do. Hands to shake, Koopas to race. And I think the model for the Koopa in this game is very cute.
I love the Koopa model in this game.
Me too. We get the music that we heard earlier as we race the Koopa. The Koopa does get mad if you cheat, and by the Koopas... Doesn't the Koopa get mad if you do this?
Because you have to be in line of sight for him to get angry.
So he can't get angry if he doesn't see you cheat.
Yeah.
That's the same in real life, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is the only stage that works on, and if he sees you take the transporter, then he'll say you cheated and you can't win. But because we use that wall kick to get up there faster than he can get around the side of the mountain, then he doesn't see us cheat and we can just get up there real quick. That's a really decent time. A good time is like a 19. So,
well, 3 seconds here seems pretty dang good to me. So you saw that we activated those cannons first to save some time here. It is funny though. I don't know if he actually saw us make it to the top. He did not see us cheat to get to the top. But, I guess somehow he knew. Ah, shucks, this guy must have gotten here first. Even after getting up here, see that we're not here, and then see us blast up. But yes, that was something that as a child playing this casually, I learned the lesson of, well, shoot, I guess I'm not supposed to cheat because he does get mad if you take the teleporter. But I guess the take-home lesson, as we've figured out here, is cheat responsibly, kids, and just don't get caught, as what was said in chat. For legal purposes, that was a joke, but
Disclaimer, don't want to get hurt by
Disclaimer.
insurance.
beautiful.
I missed the first one.
Yeah, you can fly down. You get it. See, you're chilling.
We're chilling.
I always thought this was a hard one to do casually.
There's a lineup that works every time, slightly down and to the right.
Koopa Troopa is always watching.
He is always watching. He is omnipotent.
Some scary scenario in which Mario's going to the bathroom and Koopa Troopa's just sitting there,
Waiting.
waiting. Exactly, except when he's
When he's not.
Which is the one point when he should be watching to see if Mario's cheating. You can probably take a guess what star we're doing now, based on what we've seen so far. Speaking of Koopa Troopas, there's a cute little Koopa who we're gonna crash into their soft body to grab 5 more coins.
I broke the shell.
Mario not only said, I'm taking your shell, but I'm also going to murder you, and I'm going to break your shell afterwards, just to rub it in your face. Yes, we are back to the take-home lesson of don't cheat. I'm glad we were able to come full circle with that one.
Also, don't steal shells.
Don't steal shells. Karma will come back.
True.
Although, Mario will do what he's got to do for five coins. You know, 5 coins is a lot. That's a ton of coins. And in some stages, you know, there's not that many extra ones. This stage, there's a pretty decent number of coins here, but you still have to go kind of all over the place to get them. Winners don't cheat shells. Speaking of things that probably would hurt a lot for a normal person, but Mario doesn't particularly care, I don't imagine being shot out of a cannon like that feels particularly good, as fun as that looks.
You wouldn't think so, especially he hits the ground pretty hard sometimes.
He's got
It is-
bones of steel.
And he does. There is fall damage in this game. That being said, if Mario were to just ground pound right now and go flying at the ground, the maximum amount of damage that he's going to take is half of his health. But look at that! That doesn't even hurt him. And my man just went face first into the side of that wall. But he's fine. He's chilling.
I'm gonna blame the mushrooms for that.
Mario does have a few tricks up his sleeve to prevent being damaged by falling. You can see that sometimes he'll do that little kick like that to prevent that fall damage. Hitting water also works. Don't try it in real life. Don't fall from the sky and land in water and expect that to prevent you from any fall damage. But
Water's
Mr.
like
Mario.
cement, just so everybody's aware. When past a certain velocity, the surface of water tension will hurt you.
Super Mario 64 does not teach you that. Nor
No.
will it teach you that lesson today.
No, it does not.
Suggestion from chat, which unfortunately I did seem to imply, which is that Mario would do anything for 5 coins. And I don't know how I feel about that implication, but you know, he did grab the shell, murder that poor Koopa, and then break the shell for 5 coins. Who knows what else he would do?
Zella! Just tell the water to relax and not have so much tension then. Oh, it's so easy! Just don't worry.
We are back to the conclusion that we should jump from high places into water if we tell it to relax. And again, for legal purposes, that is also a joke. But... well, we're finally going downstairs, and there's our bunny friend. Their name is Mips. That's the bunny named Mips.
Multiple interlacing processing. I can't remember the last. MIPS is named after a processing unit that was used in the Nintendo 64.
Stages, yeah. It's microprocessor without interlocked pipeline stages.
There you go.
How's that for a name?
Whoever was in charge of naming these things.
They had some
really
really
funny that thing. Yeah, perfect.
They just went along with it. That one person who thought of it. We are actually going to be seeing MIPS twice. So MIPS spawns first when you get 15 stars. That's relevant for a different category of the speedrun. That was intentional, by the way. This star is not only dewdney's personal favorite, but also one of the hardest in the game using the strategy. This is the one and only Pillarless. You may have heard of it before. We're again using that hitbox. The bomb's larger hitbox. We're doing a series of ground pounds. This is a lot harder than I think it actually looks hard, and it is hard. There are some things in this game which look deceptively easy but are difficult. This looks hard and it is hard.
I've definitely seen dewdney practice this one. There's just this poor bomb. I was like, oh, okay.
Here we go again.
I want to get this one because it's very difficult, but it saves a ton of time.
And it's so cool, and he did it. Nailed it. There's Pillarless.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one that I think in general Super Mario 64 is fairly accessible to new runners. That is not a trick that I would recommend doing for getting into the game, but it does save so much time. There are other tricks that are really difficult but don't save nearly as much time. I knew he wanted to pull it off. This is my favorite star. It does involve a little bit of murder, but it's really cool. You fly off the head of that shy guy to grab the Talon star. Some cool slipping and sliding, long jumping, and all that good stuff.
This is going pretty good. I'm surprised.
This is going very well. You're running super, super well.
Yeah, I do see a couple of new people joining chat, so I'll just do a quick reiteration. We are here at Slurpathon. This is our final day of Slurpathon for raising money for charity for Extra Life. All of the proceeds do go towards the Alberta Children's Hospital with our unrestricted funds. So as we do our maximum efficiency for a speedrun, so does Children's Hospital with their funds. They are able to use these funds to put it wherever they deem as the most efficient for use. So donate. We do have still some incentives to accomplish for today. We have the Axiom Verge incentive as well as the showcase for Crossbeats. So do not hesitate. It is your final day. Actually less than 24 hours remain.
Nice reference, by the way.
Dawn of the final day, baby.
Yes. Well, this was a good time to bring that up because, as you can see, fairly chill stage here. This is one of the instances, by the way, where the 100 coin star does not coincide with the 8 red coins. So you saw that dewdney flew around and got those 8 red coins and got the star. There's a lot of coins that are inside of the pyramid, and once you go in, you don't come out till you leave with a star or a game over. And so now we're going in. There's all kinds of fun stuff to do here. We are not doing Pillarless again. We've already done that cool star, but there are a couple others that we're gonna do here. I always thought this spot and its music were pretty cool as a kid. It's a pretty specific jump that we're setting up, so it's a bit of a tedious one.
I honestly think, like, for most games, I've always enjoyed sort of the desert stage or the water
You and me
stage
both.
music. It's
so good. Do you have a favorite games, a favorite games desert theme? Very nice. That jump is hard to get.
I can't think of one right off the top of my head currently.
We're gonna ignore that. That didn't
What?
happen.
I didn't see anything. What are you
What?
talking about?
Yeah,
I was thinking about desert stage.
Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good answer. I'm partial towards Sonic 3 and Knuckles has some great music. For those of you who had a Sega Genesis or played it, like I did it with the CD-ROM as a kid. It's called Sandopolis.
One quick offshoot. This text box is 8 text boxes in the English version and 2 text boxes in the Japanese version. So.
And Mario does not like to read, so we're gonna do as little of that as possible.
But are you sure Mario can read? This is just one of those things where it's
He
like
reads
that
signs
comic of like,
sometimes.
this won't stop me, I can't read.
I think if someone hasn't already, they should make a meme of that, because that sounds perfect. He does look at signs at least, but maybe he's just giving off the illusion that he can read.
Even the paintings don't even have words on them. He just looks and is like, oh yeah, it's totally that world, let's go.
He sees the pretty pictures and knows what to do. Murder every living being inside of it. Like that Pokey and that Goomba. And, we said Mario would do anything for 5 coins, and that's one thing that he does for 5 coins. He does read letters.
Unless Peach also puts pictures in those letters.
it's just a picture of a cake, and Mario's like, oh gosh, I gotta go save her.
That letter does not make any sense. Because then you finally find her, and she's like, let's go bake a cake. When in the letter, it apparently says, I baked a cake for you.
Okay, honestly, I'm just saying, you're literally getting 120 stars right now, and she's waiting for you to go save her. She probably freaking ate the cake while waiting for you.
And in a casual, also just had to kick the Talon just for fun. That one was for fun. Mario just did that
trying
for
to take my hat.
Take my hat. It's like. In a casual setting, this could take you several days, maybe even years to get all 120 stars. And yet that cake is just there waiting for you.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. How many cakes did Princess Peach bake and eat before that happened? It might indeed be a lie. This is, by the way, how if you weren't doing pillarless, you would normally do it. You'd have to stand on each of those pillars to open up the top of this pyramid. You can see where that star is that we got without using the intended method. These jumps spooked me out a little bit.
Me
Not
too.
if your name's Spook. Oh, or maybe also if your name's Spook. But you didn't look like you were spooked out. There are a lot of coins here in the pyramid, which is why for the 100-coin star we are coming back through here. We do have another star to grab in here.
Somebody... Hello?
Hello.
My game volume just died.
Yes,
Yeah,
same here.
I just noticed too. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I really hope I didn't get sound glitched. It's okay, because I've been saving just in case, but... Hold on. Well, this is awkward. There's no sound. It's okay.
Does anyone know the theme very well?
Peach. You're so cool.
Yeah, that's the one. I want to play a ROM hack of this where it's just that song on loop.
I think I'd go crazy.
I would after a time, but that was probably when my brain decided it's like, no, you need a new song that I can just listen to for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
2.5 hours
honestly,
of that. Oof.
no, so leaving like Mario the band went mute. I actually had like
We'll
a
see what
few
happens when I leave the stage.
the feature where you could literally just find the band just like
Okay, we
hanging
got
out in
sound
each
glitch.
stage. Oh, whoops, rip.
That's okay. I have to reset real quick. We're good. All right.
All right.
My timer is gonna be messed up, but
you know, we'll keep that in consideration. You were at what, 41-ish?
Yeah, like
42,
42. Yeah.
Yep.
new run. Oh no.
Strap in, everybody. We're
You just see like the little like thoughts above Duty's heads, like I have to do pillarless again.
I'm doing pillarless again right now.
Actually, yes, he is doing that again right now.
Because I'm just missing secrets. We got the 100-star coin, which is great. Okay, never mind. We're not doing pillarless. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Well, I apologize, guys. That's like the second time I've ever actually got that sound glitch. There's a way that if you enter the pyramid, it'll glitch and the sound will mess up, as you just saw, and it soft locks the game. So, not much I could do there. You can't really save it if it happens. It's generally a run killer when it does happen. So.
This has never happened before at Slurpathon.
I too can't believe that he got 33 stars in 90 seconds.
It's incredible.
New record.
I don't know how long we can sit in there. Ignore the timer on stream. We could have been here for, 20 minutes. Who knows? I don't remember. I'm just having fun.
I totally forgot that those rock things had little mummy wraps around them. So cute.
And their faces stick through them. What do you think it looks like when it's unwrapped?
It's just rocks, honestly.
Just rocks.
And it's just a sad face. It's like, you unwrapped me. I don't have clothes anymore.
They feel a little
We're back.
just afterwards.
We did it,
we're
guys.
back. Well, that was Shifting Sandland. Sometimes called Shifting Sadland. I think the glitch was sad, but I still had fun. We're down to the Hazy Maze Cave. This stage spooked me as a kid. There's so many pits you can fall into. There's poison. There's some spiders, which Mario will mercilessly slay in a single blow. There's pillars of fire.
If you enjoy watching Mario be a menace, don't forget to donate. Perhaps
True.
that money will also go towards helping Peach rebuild her castle.
Save her subjects after Mario destroyed all the blocks.
No home, no siblings, no family.
Stole
But the
all
princess
the
was
coins.
saved. Like that's
No
that's all you
coins.
need in the end.
He took everything.
Mario will do anything for some cake,
5 coins, a cake.
I always thought that was particularly cool, jumping off and ground pounding that box right there.
So I'm gonna try one time to go for something really fun. It saves time if I get it. It loses a whole bunch of time if I don't. I don't do it in runs normally, but I'm gonna do it for you guys.
Trying to give us that good, exciting, engaging content, and we appreciate you for it.
I'm all for this content.
It's really cool if I do get it. I got in practice yesterday, so.
Mario doing everything for cake while not realizing that he's had cake on him the whole time.
True. Mario's the one that is truly caked up.
Except in the movie. They massacred my boy. Oh!
Almost got it.
Almost. This was the cool spot.
It's okay.
There's a glitch that you see in other categories as well that's actually essential for others called the backwards long jump, the BLJ. You may have heard of it before. There's a few different places where Mario can set this up. Oh! Is that gonna clip? Oh, yes it is! There it is!
Nice.
Oh, it's so satisfying. The long story short, others can explain it better than I can, of how that works, is Mario's speed is capped in the forward direction. He's programmed to not be able to travel faster than a certain...
That's embarrassing.
That's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. He just wants to do it again.
It's okay. This is why I set my estimate as high as I did.
We're just having a chill time here, you know? Deja vu. The speed run with a whole musical number to it.
just overlay this with just initial D music, and like
Yep.
dewdney will just zoom.
It pops up at 200 speed, and we just see it zoom.
Yeah,
This one
I
actually
think
has
I think
the
that
whole soundtrack.
TLDR with Mario is capped going forwards, but his butt velocity is infinite.
It is
That's-
true. They didn't
That
think
is the
that.
TLDR.
It is the TLDR. So you can use that to
Forward
clip
velocity
things.
stops. Backward momentum does not. Forward momentum actually, I think it stops at 55 or 60. And for backward momentum over caps at 600.
Big difference between 50 and 600. So
And I think walls become you're able to pass through walls going at 250 momentum or more. So the backwards long jump, you'll actually see sometimes you can clip through thicker walls the more speed you generate. But once you jump backwards 10 times, it can actually stop the momentum. You just can't gain any more momentum. So if you ever are doing BLJs and you're just sitting there grinding your face against a wall, if you have mashed more than 10 times, just try it again because you probably have lost momentum. Little piece of information for everybody.
I still am always amazed at how many, weird mechanics like that speedrunners have figured out about this game. The game's been out for a very long time, right? What Super Mario 64 came out.
Oh, okay, we're gonna take the regular way.
That's right. We'll take the regular way. I think it came out in like 1996, 1997, something like that.
96.
Yeah, 96. So, a lot of time and energy and effort has gone into breaking this game, and
Forgot two
it is
Yeah.
it is one of the most popular speedruns with lots of things, like that weird backwards long jump mechanic that people have figured out.
Just a fun tidbit for anyone wanting to think about it this morning. But 2050 is closer to us than 1990.
Ew. Why?
Yeah, actually, that's kind of wild.
Wow. Now I just feel old.
Me too.
Aki, no, not cool. And thus begins Super Mario 64, Mario's existential crisis about...
It's the Venice, it's existential crisis. Destroys more due to existential crisis.
Are you? Oh, I am so sorry, guys. I am.
Don't be, we're having fun. I do think it's mildly amusing. Not that I'm truly, I'm not gonna relish in your pain, but I think you had exactly 87 coins the last time that happened.
I'm not surprised. It's there for some reason that roof will just let go sometimes, and I don't know why it does it. And we're just gonna act like it never happened. All right, we're not 6 minutes behind right now. Okay.
Me too, Roof. Me too. I do just randomly let go sometimes.
I may or may not be. I am stressed out.
That's why we here to calm you down. Kindly
True.
remind you that it's okay. I also had my cursed run.
It's okay. The rest of the run will not be cursed. We're gonna have the most amazing tippy. We call it the very top of the castle is called the tippy top. So we just shorten it and call it the tip, or we call it tippy. There's 3 stages up there, and they're the worst, and they're right at the end. But we're gonna have the best tippy of my life, and everything's gonna go perfect. And I'm not gonna die 4 times in Rainbow Ride.
Don't clip that.
I believe in you.
Unfortunately, Aki is having the police called on them after the existential crisis that has been induced in all of the folks who are of a certain age.
You can't call the police on me. You don't know where I live.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh.
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 Let's see it. Very nice. There it is again.
Yeah.
If you ever watch a tool-assisted speedrun of Super Mario 64, really any category, you see things like that all over the place. There are lots of places where Mario could do, it's possible to do a BLJ, to clip past something, but some of them are so unreasonably difficult to do, playing the game rather than doing a task that you don't see it. That's one that is really difficult, and definitely isn't one that everyone does, but that one's humanly possible. Others that you see are less so. But if you ever watch if you look at the 0-star tool-assisted speedrun, because yes, it is actually possible to beat this with 0 stars. If you look at the final stage in the 0-star, you'll see lots of wild BLJs, and I highly recommend checking it out sometime if you want your mind blown by how broken this game can be.
Yeah, if you want to see something really incredible, watch the TAS 0-star. They beat the game in roughly 2.5 minutes.
Which is just as Nintendo intended.
Humanly fastest right now, I think, is 447.
Which is still just outrageous,
Yeah. I always enjoy, when there's speedruns and the devs just come onto these speedruns. It's like I'm just watching my work get blasted into a million pieces.
Yeah. There used to be a good IGN program where they would react to speedruns. I don't know if they still do it or not, but they used to bring the devs in to react to speedruns, and
That was a good save. There's a triple jump dive here that he's doing. And look at that, he went over it.
Very nice. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. I think they still do them. At least I've definitely watched a few recently.
there's been a few good ones. The Doom Eternal one is very good. If you guys haven't seen those, they're really interesting. They get the... Oh yeah, walls don't exist, Malieve. We just go over them.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it works.
It's just a construct of your mind.
With this stage, they never put an actual roof on the level, so if you can get enough height, you can just go over the walls. And yeah, they're fake.
They're not real.
This is one of the only stages where you can do that because, you know, they didn't think people would try jumping off of a box to get over a wall.
They clearly underestimated us.
Absolutely. I do like the you can't spell Nintendo without intend. Oh. Mario now has a new hat to wear. I don't know what it feels like to be Metal Mario. I'm not sure I want to know what it feels like to be Metal Mario, but we are. And now we get another star. The devs were like, oh yeah, so he's gonna get to this fight or this part, and oh, never mind, he just sailed right through it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think one of the like GDQ ones was that I remember they had the devs on there was like fashion police. I think.
Oh.
And the one of the clips that they did was just like shooting a bunch of just like water through the wall, and the devs just were like, how did you figure that out? We just thought no one would find it, so we just left it in the game because that's how we tested stuff.
Never underestimate the power of speedrunners. My goodness. Or even, you know, someone casually playing who can find something. You know, it's just...
Man.
I remember listening to an interview from someone who is a game tester by trade. And, you know, you would think like, oh, someone's, you know, play testing a game. They just get to, you know, play the game and, you know, enjoy whatever over and over and over again. But it sounds like it's really quite monotonous and strenuous, where you're really just trying to see if the game breaks by doing something over and over and over again. And so I'm sure some bugs like this have been prevented through that process, but the collective power of all of the speedrunners in their time cannot be underestimated. All the cool things that people can find.
No, like it's one of those things of like they've got all the time in the world, whereas a QA does not.
Yeah.
It's like
Exactly.
if I just sit here at this wall and do this certain thing, and then do this certain thing after, I wonder what happens. And then shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I was gonna say on the subject of walls not existing. There it is, beautiful.
Are we gonna hit the button? Oh, we did. We saved Christmas.
Perfect jump. 10 out of 10. Diving.
10 out of 10 dive.
Gold medal.
That star is known in the community as Christmas Miracle. So when you hit the button on the way down, you saved Christmas. If you don't hit the button, you ruined Christmas.
Well, thank goodness we don't have to worry about that this year.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Mario.
This is in 3 months, so yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you know, at pools, when they're not very deep, they have the signs that say no diving. There probably should be one there, because I don't think that was very deep. Mario definitely hit his head at the bottom. But
But remember, Mario can't read, so that won't stop him.
That won't stop him. He'll dive anyway.
It's okay, Sparko. I ruin Christmas more than I save it.
Well, our evidence so far is that you have saved Christmas infinitely more than not, so... and that is Hazy Maze Cave. There are a few toads scattered about here who are translucent and have a couple stars that they're holding on to.
Please don't kill me, Mario. Please, yeah, I'll give you a star.
I promise I don't have 5 coins inside of my body. He's like, you get a pass for this time.
I'm glad you enjoyed Malieve, because I definitely felt like Whew. Now we're in LLL, and
We are
I love this stage. I love the movement in this stage.
super cool. This one's really cool, for instance. Watch this. Who would have thought Mario burning alive things and also doing that? Now, I will say, they are called bullies, so I guess we don't really know what's going on with their backstory entirely. So, whether Mario was justified or not, I suppose is going to have to be up to you at the end of the day, but he did bully the bullies.
He bullied the bullies. And now we're gonna go deal with the big bully.
If that wasn't enough bullying of bullies, it's time to bully another bully who's a big bully this time.
I don't know, that seems pretty inhumane of just, I'm gonna bully you, but by bullying I mean let you just melt into volcano.
You know, bully seems like an understatement as to what just happened here.
We taught him a lesson.
I love this run.
I love this run. So 2 wrongs do make a right. We have too many bad life lessons we're learning from Super Mario 64 today. I think this movement's really fun too. On the subject of walls not existing, this wall does exist. They just did not build this one high enough.
It's true. 2 rights do not make a left.
Let's see. If you turn right and right and right.
but
3 rights do.
3 rights, yeah. I can't count this morning.
It is too early for counting, and that is okay. Although we are going to count 8, 6, 7, 8. I did not count to 8 properly, but you get the idea. I think I said like 1, 2, 6, 8, 6, something like that. It's fine.
It's fine.
Thankfully, Mario can count. Do you think Mario counts them?
No.
No, he just knows that if he gets enough red coins, that a star is going to appear. He just
Mario's
hopes for the
seeing
best.
red. He's blinded by the rage of murder and getting all the coins that he can. He just gets his bunch, and when the star pops up, he goes and gets it. Although you can't help but imagine Mario's having fun here. You know, you look at those soulless eyes and think there's nothing inside, but good save on
I
not
did
losing
not.
the shell there.
Yeah, I almost lost the shell, so that's why we ended up with the 8 reds again, but that's okay. It's faster than losing the shell.
It is a lot faster than losing the shell. You can see we're going to be using this throughout to get the 100 red coins. I think this one's particularly satisfying. First time we're seeing this, that little eyeball. If we circle around the nut.
rock.
High rock, or I mean, eye rock.
It's a rock?
It's a rock. It's an eye rock.
It's not a... wait. It's not a eye boulder. It's eye rock. Woo! That's the best one you got for me tonight. Might as well for tonight.
It's
Off the comms. It's also 9 a.m.
yeah. I'm gonna eat so many Eggos after this.
Oh yeah.
You just eat that many Eggos for how many times that you killed something.
Oh god.
You would explode.
I have 8 Eggos. That's not enough Eggos. That's
That's a-okay.
I agree. I also haven't had an Eggo in so long, and I used to have Eggos like almost all the time as a kid.
My mom came and visited recently. Shout out to my mom.
Shout outs.
Oh my Lanta. But she bought Eggos and left them in my freezer. And I was like, man, I haven't had these in like, you know, since I was a child. And they slap. Shout out to Eggos.
Shout out to Eggos. Shout out to dewdney's mom.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Eggo Waffles. Shout out to Nintendo for making this game.
So you have 8 Eggo waffles. That means that you could technically make 4 Eggo sandwiches with like breakfast sausage and bacon.
That
and
I
eggs.
could.
And
That
then
sounds
you
like a
pour
great
maple
idea.
syrup on top. And then you eat it like a cake, and that's actually Peach's cake.
Eggo
Mario
my
gets to the end,
Legos.
and Peach just has sticky hands covered in maple syrup with an Eggo sausage cake for him.
Here you go, Mario. Here's our baked cake.
Mario just stares with that soulless look that he's so good at giving, and eats it in one bite. Fun fact, this is the second time we're seeing Mips. Mips spawns again at 50 stars. No, I did not remember that, but I believe that is correct.
That is correct. You are correct.
Nice.
I just assumed you're like, oh, 50. That means Mips is here. So 50 on the top right.
Unlike Mario, I was able to read the number of stars at the top right. We are now draining the moat out front of the castle because we do have to come on down here. For what I think is a really cool looking star, it's also pretty dangerous. There are 8 red coins here that we're going to get on our way to getting the vanishing cap unlocked. As I was saying earlier, there are ways that Mario can cancel his fall damage. That's one of which, somehow by diving at the end of his jump there, he's able to evade taking any fall damage.
That's some of the coolest movement in the game, in my opinion. I practice
Super
that
cool.
so much.
Yeah, this is a stage where it is very easy to fall in.
We're showcasing. Remember, guys, we're showcasing.
It's a stage where your friends can jinx you.
It's all good.
You owe Dewdney an Eggo.
I do. We'll bring it up to 9 Eggos, and we'll have an open-faced sandwich for the last one. He did say he liked the movement in this stage, so we just like it so much you gotta do it twice. Commentator's curse coming in on that one. Absolutely.
Actually, see Dewdney's like, nope, not again.
I didn't.
They're on that platform.
This part's cool.
Ah, no, It's okay.
That's okay. It's still cool.
My wall
the
kicks
walls
are like...
exist.
Yeah. I know. I shouldn't have yelled at my mom. Yes. We're almost halfway through the game.
We're almost
Yeah.
halfway through.
I'm only gonna go for this once because I've been messing it up a lot in practice, but it looks really cool, so I gotta try it at least once. It doesn't lose that much time if I don't get it. So. If I get it, everybody be excited because it's not easy to set up.
It is not.
We missed. It's okay.
That's all right. We still made it part of the way down. This star is really cool. I think those wall kicks are really satisfying. Those I think are pretty approachable for a newer runner. There's a couple things that make those wall jumps look a little bit easier than they actually are, but it's funny. Nintendo did intend for you to use some wall jumps to get up there, but not those ones. Now Mario's gonna have the time of his life. Falling off the slide and landing right back at the bottom. We are gonna be here a couple times here in CCM. This slide is home of many, many coins and also of a few stars that we're gonna get. Making it down to the bottom gets you 1 star. But we'll be back. So if you had fun there, don't worry, we're going back there soon.
We're gonna play on the slide a whole bunch. We actually see all of the slides in the game in this run,
which makes it cool because slides are very fun. Now we're gonna traumatize the sweet penguin baby, Tuxie, right? As we bring them on the ride of their life back to Mama. I do think the penguin models are very cute in this game. And yet the audacity of some who would grab a penguin and drop it off the side of the map.
Who would do that?
Who would do that? Huh?
I don't know. Definitely not me. I've never done that in my life.
I fear every person who runs this game has done it at some point. Whether on purpose or accidental. When you're sliding down for that previous star, there is a scenario in which Mario makes it over, but drops the penguin on his way across unintentionally. But it does look like it does look a little suspicious. And maybe Mario intended for that to happen. Maybe he thought there were 5 coins trapped inside of its body.
So this is underratedly hard. This race while you're grabbing the coins. I have lost countless runs here learning the pattern, and you want 85 going into this last piece. If you're short, you have to do a trick where you kick back up, and it's awful. So we just want to make sure we don't have to do that, which we did, which is great.
We got to first try it. I do think it's funny how after you finish the race, the penguin sees you long jump over its face to get to the star.
All right.
Very nicely done. That was super clean.
That was a great 100 coin, actually. I'm happy about that.
Yeah. We've only got a couple more stars left here in CCM. And we're getting red coins. I was waiting to say it till he grabbed it, but
I love this movement because we just get to do a little belly slide here.
woo!
I love ice mechanics, but then I also hate ice mechanics.
The ice mechanics in this game are awful, admittedly. But that one slide makes it all worth it.
Makes it look real dang cool.
Like
I just
most
wanna have a
iconic ice mechanics, like Pokemon. It's like, I need to figure out this ice puzzle.
Oh my
Stuck in that ice cave forever.
pushing boulders in the right spot, or walking like the one in some of the gyms where you have to walk on every single tile, but you can't walk on the same one twice.
Yeah.
I think there's actually one Pokemon game where, because they were experimenting with actually going like diagonal because of the 3D stuff, but there is definitely an ice gym where if you did not push something right or something, you basically like got stuck in the gym and you couldn't leave.
What? Are you just have to reset, I guess?
You'd have to like completely reset.
Oh my gosh. So if you save, you're just hard locked and you have to reset the entire game, I would think, right?
I think basically you just could never reach the gym leader. So you had to actually completely exit the gym and like restart.
Oh, okay. So not so
Not
bad,
like
but
actual
not like
lock, but of course, very annoying when you're like, I got myself stuck into a corner.
Time for everybody to get spooked.
it's spooky time. It's not quite October yet, but
Oh, it's always October. It's always Halloween. What are you talking about?
this is for y'all who every day is Halloween for. This stage feels very spooky. This is definitely one that as a child it scared me. The music in this one, if you can call it that, is real ominous.
Spooky. It's just Boo singing.
True. You may be wondering, holy crud, Mario's not grabbing all the coins, but he's destroying the booze. Why the heck would he do this? And, well, if you haven't played this game before or done this star, if Mario defeats 3,
5
plus 2 is 5. 5 boos.
we did math. Yeah.
We did do math. The big boo will get real upset about it, and that's where the real treasure lies. Friendship. Nah, I'm kidding, stars. That's all he cares about.
This is actually intentional genocide at this point.
So, as much as Mario likes coins, he does not grab them when he doesn't need to, because that is the star.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're just showing off.
Local drive-by, you know?
Here we go.
And that is officially halfway through the run.
Yay! To celebrate the halfway, please donate.
Exactly.
Woo!
Proceeds go to Alberta Children's Hospital. We do have a goal for this year's Slurpathon, which is 3,000. Well, it says 6,000 if I do the math. Oh, the goal is 5,000. Oh, it was literally on the screen. $5,000 by the end of the stream is our goal. And we are currently at $1,433.48. So we still have incentives. Our current incentives for the final day is our Crossbeats incentive, as well as our Axiom Verge for showcases in all bosses mode. So if you want to see those, please donate.
The all bosses in Axiom Verge, you guys want to see that. It's very cool.
Thanks TRG3567.
Yeah, that math would have. The math was math in there. That would have been a difficult one.
Honestly, once you learn calculus, basic math goes out the door. It's like, 6 plus 3. I'm like, that's totally 18. Wait a minute. Really,
As a
genocide if
former
they
math
aren't living? They're
Well.
living in the realm of the dead, so yes.
You can see here, we are going to be grabbing the 100 coin star at this time. And we're grabbing some red coins as well. Oh. And time for an iconic music track. Sorry, go ahead, Aki.
Oh no, I was just saying, hey look, it's that dive, and he didn't hurt himself because he told the water to relax.
He told it to relax. I think that's so funny. I love that frame of Mario throwing the fingers up. We did it as he slides away from the frame.
Thank you, Haru.
Yes, thank you, Haru. Yeah, this is a convenient spot to get the 100 coins because that is a star to defeat those boos there. So,
And it's 25 coins for the booze, so it saves. There is a way you can go outside with Vanish Cap and do 8 reds at the same time. I'm just not consistent at it, and sometimes I get locked outside, so I would rather not risk it.
But what if it was for the biscuit?
That's true. The biscuit do sound kind of good.
nice side flip up there.
I bounced on the boo through the wall. Interesting. It's a party. That was true.
Child me did not know this was a thing. That this was a star that you could get.
I feel like Child Me would have missed pretty much almost all of these stars.
It's definitely as a casual experience, you can sink a lot of time into this. A lot more than 2.5 hours.
I probably would have also just stopped at this stage as a kid too. Oh, too spooky.
I
Too
definitely
spooky. This stage, like casually, kind of
This one's
freaky,
spooky.
especially that.
Yeah, like that.
That piano. Come on now.
The loud
no.
piano.
Well, that was basically my feels when I was playing Link to Link to the Past, and there's that like really really creepy like dungeon in Kakariko with the thief at the end.
Oh, Thieves Town.
Yeah, or and you basically had that password and you went to that dungeon, and it was just so creepy, and you're just like in like underground and in like a jail cell, and you get to fight the boss at the end. I was like, no, this is not cool. I am unhappy.
That was how I felt about the Shadow Temple in Ocarina of Time.
The Shadow Temple in Ocarina of Time freaked me out when I was a kid. And honestly, I look like, if you want to look at really freaky 3D art, look at that boss just existing in its own world. Bongo Bongo. Terrifying. Thank you for the GLs, Brofar.
Because Brofar's here, that means that you can go bro farther than you have ever gone before.
Further beyond.
Ah!
Thank you. Yeah, bongos scary, Gibdos are scary. Life is just scary, what can I say?
True.
The most scariest thing are the original Like a Dragon PS2 models.
I could believe that.
I can believe that too. I feel like I will have to do some research on these to see how they look.
Dead hands, yeah. Dude, Bongo is terrifying. Like, you look it up now and it's just this floating eyeball with no, well, yeah, it's a floating eyeball on this jacked body with hands that aren't attached to the body that are also just floating beside. It's...
Who thought of that, you know?
not Miyamoto. Instead, we just got floating ghosts.
Oh my god, Malik, what a mood. I didn't need that this morning. I think, honestly, I avoided playing Majora's Mask as a kid just because that moon just, like, unnerved the heck out of me.
Oh, very understandable. Well, that is it for Big Boo's Haunt. So anyone who had to close their eyes for the spooky stage, We're back to fun, happy Mario stages.
Well, the next star is not
Although-
fun and happy.
Although yes, this is going to be a moment where, as viewers, it's fun and happy. As the runner, this star sucks a lot.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool when it's done well, which I know that it'll be done well. Fun fact: this little. Never mind. I'm going to hold off on what I was going to say. But yes, we're going to collect a bunch of coins here. We are doing the 100 coin star. When I had said earlier in the run that there are some stages where 100 coins is particularly difficult, arguably this is the hardest one to do because of the movement that is required for getting 100 coins at this time. You'll see later on. The front half here is, it's relaxed. We're listening to Dire Docks. We're collecting some coins. We're swimming. Super Mario 64 teaches us that if you eat coins, it does give you oxygen to allow you to breathe underwater longer. We have some pretty little fish swimming by. Life is good.
If Navy was here, she's always excited to see her shark friend.
Fun aquatic friends. And a peaceful, relaxing star. For now.
And Dewdney freaking out internally the entire
Internally screaming.
You guys will see this movement at the end of this star is some of the worst movement in the game. This is my least favorite star by far. Once we're past here, everything's actually all fun and games again, but this star right now, we're about to have a fight.
And for some reason, I'm not surprised that it's in a water level.
It really isn't that shocking. There's one difficult movement there, but that is a-okay. So these red coins are all isolated in this. They're all in this area right here. But the process of going and collecting all of them requires a lot of annoying wall jumps, triple jump dives, or wall kicks, I should say. And whenever you miss it, you land in this water. And as relaxed as this water might be, it does impede your movement a titch.
If I could change one thing about this star, what would it be? There's a very certain triple jump that I just wish didn't exist. And you'll know when we get there if I can even do the wall kick. Wow. I did it first try.
You will probably be able to tell which one it is that he's referring to here. Roses are red, violets are blue, backwards long jump. Also, good luck to you. I was combining two messages.
Okay. Regaining. All right.
All right, we're in action. This is Bowser's sub, and there is a star up top. We're not grabbing it currently, but once you grab this star, it unlocks the next Bowser stage. We are going to be grabbing a few other stars here before we go to grab the next key from the second Bowser fight, but that is what triggers it. So in some categories where you aren't looking to get 120 stars, you would just grab this star on the sub. That is also really hard. That's called front sub because Mario made it on top of the front of the sub. Really precise movement to get on top. Very nicely done. That's a tough one too. That angle is pretty easy to get slightly off and miss that red coin. And not only does he get to do the hard front sub once, he gets to do it again. But he made it look very easy. It looks deceptive. That's way harder than. That's the one.
Bowser sub, Bowser ran Quiznos. No, it's
Yo, I miss
Subway.
Quiznos. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Subway. Oof, nicely done. Yeah. I do have Quiznos in my area, but they do not have very many. As someone who does not get that star, because I actually I don't do this. I don't know from looking at him what I would have thought that he should do any differently. He did his triple jump. He was nearly at the very edge of the sub there, and yet it is so punishing. It's
This triple jump is so precise. You have to. It's so hard to explain because a lot of the time I actually don't know what I'm making mistakes on here, and now I can't even. Okay, there we
very
go.
nice. There's the front sub. I know that one took a lot of practice. There it is.
Okay.
Woo!
We did it.
The second part of this is actually just as hard. There's a long jump we have to do to that platform. It's almost exact where you have to jump. You almost have to coyote time it to get across
Hey.
there. And we did it first try. All right, perfect. And we're done. This is the hardest star in the game. All right.
Triple star.
Let's go. DDD
And now
100.
it's all uphill
Out
from
of here. And now it's actually this next part is quite enjoyable. We gotta go back into DDD. We're gonna need a couple more stars, and I actually really enjoy this level outside of that one star. DDD 100, awful. Everything else, great.
Our second instance of opening chess in the correct order. I guess Mario can't read, but he can swim into chess in a correct sequence. You know, good for him.
Yeah, it doesn't require words.
That's true. Now, if the chess had, 1, 2, 3, 4 painted on them, then he might be in for some trouble because he would not be able to read that.
I don't even remember how I figured those chests out when I was a kid. Like, did you just slam into them and hope you got the right order? Like,
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't remember there being many hints and stuff like that. Like, and I did get 120 stars when I was a kid. But-
Honestly, it was luck.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, they just do this thing where it just pops up. This is cool, and you just keep doing it whenever you hit the level because it was just fun, and then suddenly a star pops out.
Alrighty, well this was DDD. We have made it to Bowser's Sub once more. And you can see that now the entrance to the level has moved backwards, so one reason why we don't get that star first. And now we are able to get to Fire Sea. I think this stage has some really fun movement. Just like the other Bowser stages, we are going to have 8 red coins to collect before going on to take on Bowser, sweet innocent Bowser once more. Someone thought they were real sneaky sticking that red coin over there, but fortunately dewdney is not fooled by the weird placements of the red coins in the stage.
Oh, the bully was our friend today.
The bully was not a bully today. And Mario did not have to bully back by submerging them in lava.
No 100 coin stars, Brofar, just an 8 red coin star.
Oh! Sorry. A good wall jump does something, you know? Like that's just the good stuff right there.
Optimus.
Nice. We have Optimus coming to say hello.
He is standing beside me, yelling his little heart out.
Shout out to dewdney's cat named Optimus. He's a sweet boy.
I love. If you want
That-
to see Optimus get pet, you should donate $5.
would be a fire incentive, I must say. I like it.
The Bowser
the
stages
first-
are pretty short, so it'd be pretty hard to put 100 coin stars in them, just because it's hard to put 100 coins into these stages.
And it truly does solve everything.
Yet another life lesson from Super Mario 64. We toss Bowser into the bomb once more. And we do have one more Bowser stage, but we got plenty of stars to get first. Very quick one here. Just got to swim through 5 of these rings to get this star. Is there a reason why that star is done after Fire Sea? I don't know.
It's because the Stingray actually doesn't spawn till the chest or till Bowser's sub moves. That's the only reason.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't move Bowser sub until after we got those preceding stars. Then do Bowser since the stage opens up, and then
Come back and finish up DDD. We got 2 more stars here, both of which are a little bit longer because you have to swim into the second side, and then we get to go upstairs. Upstairs has
Not
lots
yet.
of fun stuff.
Yeah, not yet to Tippy, which is upstairs, but it's the upstairs. And we're just going to upstairs. Wow, that was a good sentence.
It's the more upstairs.
It's the more upstairs.
I have my broken ankle right now. It's like the more upstairs. I'm like, I don't ever want to do Tippy. There are stairs.
You're like, please no. Don't make me go upstairs. Fun fact, if you think that Nintendo did not intend for you to grab the star this way, that is because you would be correct. There's a metal cap, isn't it?
There is a metal cap to get that. You're not supposed to swim into there. If you miss any swims, which I actually missed one, I thought I was going to get pushed back too far, but I was able to save it. If you don't get the fast swims, which is where you hear that big glub as he's pushing his arms, I'll show you guys a slower swim. So if you do slower, you don't get that big glub, you just get, it makes a little sound. But if you time your swims right, you get these big glubs, which is how you tell how fast Mario is going. You want those big sounds every time. And that's how you get the fastest swim speed. And there's a couple tricks that actually require you to be going a certain speed, like being able to grab that star.
How do you even explain that to someone? You want the big blubs as you go past through the wall to get the star.
You're handsome. Big swims for big blubs.
Fun fact, we only entered the stage just to leave it, because leaving that Bowser stage teleports us back to the main lobby, as you can see. This is a cute little glitch. Look at that. Not only do walls not exist, but neither do ceilings. You can boot up your N64 right now and do that very easily. I promise you.
That is... You guys are being too kind. Stop it.
It's
But what if it was a
deserved.
ploy? But we're not being too kind. We're just being truthful. Jeez.
Exactly.
I tried to run Sunshine, and there are things about the movement in that game that I really dislike. Odyssey, however, I'm gonna learn any percent.
That'll be fun. Maybe future Slurpathon Odyssey run from dewdney.
Hey.
Oh, I went to the wrong one. Sorry.
this was a stage that perplexed child me. There are those little colorful crystals you can see which raise and lower the water level, which makes some things possible and some things not possible, so you have to change the water level depending on what you're trying to do. But obviously if you're speedrunning the game, it's not really a difficult thing, but as a casual player, this was something that definitely tripped me up.
Also, something to note about this, a lot of people never notice this in their casual playthrough, but where you enter on the painting actually has an effect on the height of the water. So you'll notice I entered high and the water was really high. I entered it around the mid and the water's at the midway point. We're just using that so that we don't have to touch those crystals to maneuver the water. We're just going to do it ourselves by how we enter the painting.
Pretty cool touch.
Today I have learned. Oh my god.
A lot of people don't know that. It's
And now you saw he jumped low in the painting, so the water is at the lowest level here. Yeah, super, super neat. Well, we can see the slaughter continues as we hunt for 100 coins for this stage. The enemies that we are not using to get up, these ones right here, were so annoying to me as a child. Look at they've got like nice little footprints. Oh, come here, Mr. Mario. Why don't you come stand on here? I'm sure something good will happen if you do. And then they launch you off the side of the stage. But when you know how to do cool wall kicks and things like that, you don't need them.
Ah, it ate my job. That's okay.
A tough one in my humble opinion. This is a situation where we are doing this totally as Nintendo intended. You see that we have the water nicely done. We have the water very low, and you can imagine that if the water was raised higher, you'd be able to swim over that. But that takes too long. Why do that when you can long jump and slide off the top of the stage and pop over, you know? Who cares if that drop is one that might break a bone? Mario's fine. Some quick swimming. Dewdney was able to make it up to get that coin before the water went down, which is awesome.
True. Shouts out to Aki and Drew as well as my mom and Egos.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought I thought when you were like shout out to Drew and Aki as my mom and Egos, I was like, which one of us is the mom and which one of us are the Egos?
Clearly,
Did my
I am
mic cut
the
out?
Egos.
Yeah, you're definitely my mom, Drew.
So we've got just one more red coin. There it is. There's the star for the 100 coin star. And there's a red coin star. Drew has a mom energy to him. I don't know if I want you to elaborate on that.
Just means that Derby ensures that Dewdney doesn't die.
True.
I wish I was doing a better job of that.
No, you're doing a great job. Look, Dewdney's right here, just streaming and drinking water. You're doing an amazing job.
Oh yeah, stay hydrated. This is your casual reminder of we've been live for 2 hours. Get yourself a drink of water.
And then spend money.
Yeah.
Donate. Make Dewdney give pets.
That is true. We cannot forget about the Pet Optimus $5 incentive.
Oh, we also have the Rescue the Dragon Princess incentive as well, including the cross beads and the Axiom Purge. So, whatever you want to see, you must donate. No, coffee does not count as hydration. It actually dehydrates you. Fight me. Even though I also say that too, that coffee counts as hydration. But I need to be a good person on street.
Drink some water, it's good for you. We'll see if I actually go for a nap. I'm pretty awake now. I was not earlier.
Well, when your speedrun is about as long as the amount of sleep you got the previous night. We should have only 2 more stars here in Wet Dry Wood. This one I think is pretty neat. Again, somehow Mario doesn't take fall damage there. There's just something about wall jumps in this game that are so satisfying to me. It just makes you feel like you're Mario. It makes you feel cool as hell.
Okay, Aki. Bye, Aki. Thank you for hanging out.
No, I'm apparently here for 2 more minutes because I have to give Bear for 2 minutes. I have to respect Brofar's request.
We are 3/4 of the way through. No, we're actually 2/3. I lied.
That's right, I forgive you, sir.
It's okay. I just can't do math.
The second time that you lied to us. Oh,
I know. I'm sorry, I just keep lying.
We are going to a tiny, huge island. This one, the entrance to the paintings, I think people know. One of them you enter in the world is very small relative to Mario. One of them you enter in the world is very big relative to Mario.
Okay, I've never done
And when
that.
the world is very small, it is easy to not stay on the stage. I think this stage is pretty easy to fall off of. Also, fun little clip through that surface there. It is a handsome liar who does great speedruns.
Hey, get back to speedrunning. You don't have a say in this.
Yeah, come on, get back to your job.
No talkie,
my goodness
just Mario.
gracious.
just wahoo!
Wahoo.
Only wahoo!
That's such a scary slide in my
That's
opinion.
terrifying. I lose runs to that because I use a bad camera angle. Don't be me.
Always use camera angles responsibly.
Hello, it is I, Acmo.
Hello, Brofar.
Fresh
Hello.
No, it's not Brofar, it's
Oh, it's too early.
Here we go!
Well, Brofar, how are you enjoying the run so far?
Absolutely fantastic. A great thing to wake up to. I didn't even realize it was almost 10 o'clock and I was in bed.
Oh, wow. Fair.
Beautiful. Everything has been first try so far. It's been fantastic.
As
Raising money.
it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Raising money for Extra Life and the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Donate $5 for cat pet percent.
True. He's even on the... He's here now. He's hanging out. You guys can barely see him, but he's there. He's in his
hanging
bed.
out waiting. I must say, you are a very talented voice actor, Chris. a very impressive range of voices that you're pulling off here today, Aki.
Thank you. I try my hardest.
That Koopa. It's me Koopaing. Got into a really weird spot there.
That's right, Omax. You can donate $50 to change Mario into the Noir costume. This is definitely Resident Evil 2.
Better be ready to do it if it happens.
Close enough.
King on my Koopa.
Donate $500 for all of us to change it to our Noir costume.
Also true. We also definitely need to be prepared for that. There's no lights in my room. Does that count as a Noir costume?
Yes. Absolutely. 100%. I see nothing wrong with that.
Okay, Shy Guy.
Not very shy of you, Shy Guy.
Well, Mario 64 is the Resident Evil 2 of Mario games.
Honestly, true.
And Bowser as Mr. X.
Oh my goodness. I did play Resident Evil 2 Remake for my first time not long ago, and I think Mr. X scared me more than anything else in that game.
Oh, you need to learn how to do the tango.
With Mr. X?
Yeah. It's the, so for context, I'm a Resident Evil 2 runner, but it's at the very end, at the final boss, if you stand beside him, he'll punch and just like step beside you and miss completely, and we call it the Mr. X tango.
Oh, a fun little dance.
Yeah.
So long, Mr. X. Now I want to see cursed Leon / Mario fusion.
I am
Which would be
sure
more
a
cursed?
mod exists somewhere.
Right? What would be more cursed? Leon's likeness on Mario's model from Mario 64, or Mario's likeness on Leon in Resident Evil 2?
That.
I think that would be
100% that. Leon with the mustache and the hat.
Yep. Oh yeah, our timer is cut off slightly. We did have a little bit of a glitch that happened earlier in the run, so we did have our timer reset.
No. You're just on world record pace by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
we just have to finish the game in the next. We got a couple. Well, let's see. So we're at 9 minutes and 35 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta do math.
I think I'm on decent pace as far as my estimate, but we'll see.
World record is, by the way, for this category, about an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Also, we got like an hour and 20 minutes to go.
we will definitely be done by then. So yes, this is actually a world record, but Dewdney is maintaining incredible composure.
Yeah, I'm definitely better than Liam, Cheese, Simply, Punke.
Oh, thank you. We got the timer.
Awesome, thank you.
I'm fixed. Yeah, it's fun how actively, how active not only this category is, but the game in general. I think, if I remember correctly, the newest 120-star world record was earlier this year. I think Luigi did that run
Yeah,
this
it was
year?
earlier this year, and there is a kid right now named Green Suigi, who some of you may have heard of, and he is absolutely insane. He currently holds 4 of 5 main category records, and it will not be surprising when he has all 5.
With how competitive this game is and how, frankly, different each run is, there are some strategies that are really only used in some of the shorter categories with how risky they are. It was pretty wild to see someone dominate the game as a whole in 0 star, 1 star, 16 star, and 70 star. And the 16 star run in particular was very difficult to find mistakes in.
Yeah.
But as of today, we will have a new 120 star world record holder.
I guess.
Weird how
Yeah.
that last star took an hour.
Insane,
Super
right?
weird, actually. Yeah, you did have kind of a big time loss there. I don't know how red your splits are looking with the hour time loss. That jump spooks me out.
Me
But,
too.
Very well executed. We are we are doing fine. Mario's fine. This is fine.
Now we're 3/4 of the way through the game. I'm no longer lying to you guys.
Well, if you're not a liar, why am I here?
Ooh, hold on. Tall,
what a
tall
clip.
mountain, more like tall, tall liar. And yes, what a clip indeed.
I've never seen that clip before.
You're gonna get to see it 3 times.
True. You had fun with it once, you'll have fun with it again, hopefully.
Because of the way this game is designed, the water actually exists inside of the mountain. So we use a break in the collision to get through into the water that's underneath, and we can use it to teleport to the water above.
That's genuinely interesting. I remember learning about the backwards long jump and how it takes you into like parallel universes, and that's how it
Yes.
speeds you up so much. So Mario speedrunners are something else. That's all I gotta say.
I agree.
It's okay. Everything upstairs has been good so far. And I'm just gonna jinx myself by saying that, but that's fine.
We will not recall an earlier moment in the run where we spoke about Tippy and how he will not die 4 times
In Rainbow
during
Ride.
Tippy at Rainbow Ride specifically. He'll be good. We spoke a little bit earlier about how Mario can lose his hat at a couple points in the run. The sweet little monkey can take Mario's hat, but we're not going to let that happen.
Not today, monkey.
Not today. Now we just get to sit here for a minute.
Do some breakdancing.
Yeah, the coolest movement in this game. Although, frankly, I think that monkey has cooler movement. Did you see that little handstand that it did?
I was just thinking that.
Like, Mario, you think you've got some slick moves. Look at this little monkey.
What a cool guy. The
Right.
monkey. Alright.
3 more stars left to go on this stage. Once again, using the box. This time to grab the coins, though. We're not launching to scary places this time. What do you think is the most intimidating star in this stage, if you had to?
Oh, 8
Yeah.
red coins. If you don't know the movement there, that is the scariest jump. I actually think that everything in this stage, once you understand how the movement works, is not that scary, but that 8 red coins where you have to go across those mushrooms with the rollouts and yeah, that is probably the most intimidating.
Plus the mushroom.
True. Spooky.
Other than DDD, what would you say the hardest star is?
SSL 100. Shifting Sandland 100 coin. And then for some reason, it's not hard, but I die on it a lot. Rainbow Ride 100. Yeah. The 100 coins are what make 120 star feel really difficult and unapproachable, because it requires kind of a fairly good amount of knowledge as far as movement in this game.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I promise you this game is a lot of fun. I urge people to learn it because you will enjoy yourself as much as it makes you angry.
You do have to add that other caveat there, but yes.
I mean, that's just part of speedrunning any game. There is always going to be frustration. There's always going to be those times where you're like, why am I doing this? But more often than not, it ends up being fun and it ends up being enjoyable. And then this happened.
Yeah. Do those coins despawn?
They do.
I thought so. It's good that you were quick.
Imagine if you got 200 coins and it steals a 100 coin star from somewhere else.
Right? There's a few levels where you could do that, potentially. There's a couple of levels that have enough coins on them.
It's so cool. And just picks one at random. You don't even know which one is missing the 100 coin star.
Oh, no.
I think, actually, we just did Tiny Huge Island. That stage has a ton of coins.
Ton of coins.
I think it might be the most by kind of a long shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. You would be correct.
Whereas two of the ones that we talked about earlier that are particularly annoying for 100 coin stars are both Dire Docks and Jolly Roger Bay, 2 water levels. Both of them don't have very many coins.
Mm.
I think one of them is only like 104, so...
Oh, wow.
We're
Pretty
gonna
tight
get
on the star.
pretty tight on that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Mimic coin.
The coin bag, who was not very kind to us as far as coin RNG.
Mooncues thought Boo's House had the most coins.
Close.
It does have a lot of coins, yeah. Yeah, maybe like 150, 160. I think Tiny Huge Island has like 180 roughly.
Goomba was like, not today.
Yeah. He just wasn't having it. You're not punching me, son.
Punched too many of my siblings. I will be the one to fight back.
These enemies with the propellers on their head, they're called spindrifts. And they all have 3 coins, but they can be some of the worst coin RNG, or just decide to move random directions for no reason. They're awful enemies, and if you hit them in the head, you do that.
And when you say coin RNG, you just mean the pattern in which the coins spawn after
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's not very fun. So lots of the time we just try to ground pound them because it's faster.
You can see he doesn't fly up into the air and will grab all of them instantly like that. So some good ground pounds there. I do think riding around on the shell is one of my favorite parts of this game. It's very satisfying.
100% agree. As a kid, this was the best. I mean, you were just so terrified to hit any walls or anything.
Oh yeah, it's a very fragile but fun experience here. And when the music abruptly cuts as you crash into a wall,
The worst feeling.
it doesn't make you feel particularly good.
Oh, you're rude. SL100. The only thing about that coin, that star that's bad is the fact that if your shell breaks, you can't get 2 of the red coins, and you have to do it again. So you have to be really careful about not breaking the shell.
I'm gonna take this moment to remind everyone that we're raising money for Extra Life to bring together thousands of gamers around the world to play games in support of their local Children's Miracle Network hospital. Since its inception in 2008, Extra Life has raised over $100 million for sick and injured kids. You can donate at slurpathon.com/donate or !donate in the chat.
Something is wrong.
The dreaded wall jump. First try.
Let's go. That was harder than it should have been. My angle was weird there. And this game is so camera dependent that sometimes if your camera angle is off just slightly, the trick will be totally different and it'll feel impossible. And as anyone that has played this game knows, the camera in this game is not your friend. It fights you all the time.
It truly is one of the most difficult parts of this game. And we haven't talked about it yet today, but you can see down in the bottom right corner, what you'll see in a moment, either Lakitu's face, there's Lakitu, or Mario's face is there. And the way that the camera is set up is based on if we're in Mario cam or if we're in the Lakitu cam. And there are moments in which there's moments in which one of them is better than the other. So some situations where you save time by being in Mario cam, some situations in which the camera will move based on where Mario's looking at versus the angle that Lakitu decides to set it up as. And it's a very tricky and kind of innocuous thing to become more comfortable with as you're running the game. You know, when you have to move a certain direction, but we're in 3-dimensional space and the camera doesn't want to cooperate with you, it makes things a little bit more difficult.
I've always found it weird that the camera doesn't flip through anything. It's like a physical entity.
It's Lakitu holding that camera.
Yep.
So
I don't know what you just did there, but you just defeated the worst boss in this game to me.
So that
like
boss,
in 2 seconds.
you can, because of the way collision works in this game, if you just slide on that ice on your stomach, you'll just push him because it acts like it constantly hits. So that's a good one to know for casual play.
And there's Snowman's Land.
And now we get to head up to the tippy
Yes, we
top.
do.
Oh, no wonder Aki left.
Oh, you goofball.
Oh yeah, universes. Let's transcend.
This is gonna be a world record run.
Oh, no. No transcending. We're gonna open the door. Couldn't
For those
catch.
who did not recognize, he was doing the setup for the BLJ that is used in other categories where you don't have enough stars to pass through the door.
BLJ standing for backwards long jump.
Backwards long jump, yes indeed. Where you build up a ridiculous amount of speed by successively doing long jumps in the backwards direction, because it was programmed that Mario had a max forward speed, but the reverse speed he can go over 10 times as quickly, because folks didn't expect that people were going to do a bunch of long jumps like that in the backwards direction to build up a bunch of speed, but here we are.
Silly game devs.
Silly game devs. Not understanding that people will try everything.
Backwards long jump. It's fun to say, uncomfortable to wear.
True. That was
does sound uncomfortable to
interesting.
wear.
I know they say shoot for the stars, but I don't know if that would have worked.
One of the many situations in which I'm glad I'm not Mario, because this would be a little bit scary to maneuver.
I'm being safe and grabbing extra wing caps, just so I don't randomly fall out of the air. But in runs, you just go for it. I wouldn't even grab the second one, so... this is decisively high. You actually have to grab it like super low. If you're too high, you grab that pole and you fall straight down. You won't die, you just lose a bunch of time because you get stuck in the cloud. You want to aim with the top of Mario's forehead with flight. It's really weird. It doesn't really feel right, but we're done. Into TikTok clock. A lot of people's worst stage, scariest stage. We're gonna enter not moving, or try to, at least on every time.
And it's dependent on the minute hand?
Yeah. And
That's okay, that's a RNG setup, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
This star that dewdney's doing right now, he's collecting these red coins here. There is a strategy known as moving reds, where you don't have the stage be stopped. So yeah, depending on how you enter this stage, all of these random things will move, or in this case, not move at all. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I think I jumped ahead on which star we were talking about. But moving reds is when those little platforms will start rotating, and you can platform up them, but it's a lot harder when they're moving than when they're stationary. But and you do save a little bit of time. I don't know how much time you save doing moving reds, though. Just had to get out of our system.
Yep.
That's all. So you see the hand was at 12, the big hand. And so the stage is stopped.
It's nerves.
It's okay, you have 29 more lives.
Yeah.
You know, when you put it that way, it does kind of put into perspective, doesn't it?
I cannot remember the last time I game overed in this. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, in this category, when you get so many lives, it seems like you wouldn't ever game over. Not to call you out by any means. I think I saw maybe one game over in like 16 star, but that's a different scenario entirely. You have way fewer lives. You know, every time you're getting those 100 coins, you're getting a life. Picking up green mushrooms give you a life, which there are several that you kind of just run into. So As spooky as this stage is, our fearless runner Dewdney will not be game over today.
Famous last words.
I would hope that won't jinx him, but
It would have to jinx him pretty hard.
it would. I will eat a sock if he game overs.
Oh, now I want to see it.
Yeah.
Jumps off the stage 29 times. Little time lost, but worth it. Yeah,
Alright.
I had to correct myself because he was not actually getting the 8 red coins for the star, but he did get some of the coins toward the 100 coin star. But with where he finished, it made sense for him to grab that star on top of the thwomp.
In how many stages is the 100 coin star not combined with the red coin star?
Not 3.
And is this one of them, or was that just kind of like a situational, I
This-
happen to be here?
No, this one is one where the 100 coin is faster to get than having to come all the way back to the bottom to get the 8 reds.
Got it.
It just works out faster to get to the top of the thwomp. Good old thwompy boy.
We had a local band named Thwomp once upon a time that did a bunch of video game covers.
That's amazing.
Did they use the likeness of the thwomp for anything?
Yeah, so their it was kind of inspired, or their logo wasn't inspired by it. But yeah, they used to be really good. And they performed at the local anime convention here.
What kind of genre are we talking?
We're talking kind of like rock-ish, electronic kind of covers of video game music.
That seems like that makes sense. I will say that triple jump right there is also very deceptive. It's way harder than it looks. I know he's practiced that one a lot. But yeah, the movement in this stage looks so satisfying, but it is real difficult. That long jump wall kick is pretty cool as well.
I apologize, I'm not talking much. The movement in this stage is actually pretty difficult, so I'm...
It is.
Focus mode.
Yeah.
He's making it look easy by staying focused here, because with the way this stage is designed, there's just so many spots where you can.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed a donation. Doobie donated $5. Pet cat, please.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I'll let you do it at your leisure.
Yes, at your leisure. Optimus deserves the pets, but.
I will show
thank you
him
for
on.
the $5.
I'll show him on screen when I'm actually finished here. But
But at least he gets the pets for now.
It'll have
We
to
have-
do.
It'll have to do. We only have a couple stars left here in TikTok clock. I think that long jump wall kick is spooky, but he's very consistent with it. It's just you miss any one of them and you're probably falling off the stage and starting over. So to have a stage like this in Rainbow Ride at the end of the run is there's already the nerves of it being the end of a multi-hour run, but for the stages to be as difficult as they are is especially challenging. But yeah, as Dewdney himself said earlier, he actually just got a PB in this category after what it was 4 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
We held it together and
I
did
remember that message. I remember hearing about that. Absolutely fantastic.
okay, TikTok is done.
And everyone cheered.
And everyone cheered, woo! We are now going to go grab the 7 stars from Rainbow Ride. One thing Dewdney was saying earlier is that the 100 coin star in Rainbow Ride is a bit daunting. Arguably not as hard as some of the others, but it's the risk of death is a lot higher. I'm not going to jinx him by saying anything, but if you remember the Dire Doc's 100 red coin, I think the movement there is quite a bit more precise and challenging, but you know, if you've played this game, you've probably seen this stage before, and just the sheer amount of places where you can fall off the stage is pretty high. But our boy is a pro, so I'm not worried about him.
Kid me was absolutely terrified of this stage. It was so chaotic to me.
And I think watching speedrunners do this stage makes me feel even more anxious because of some of the spots that are faster for moving around, but you know, look very precise and.
Which is really just a testament to how much practice they've put in, and how well this stage gets executed when you have put in that time to figure out the right movement, the right routes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's so interesting too, as a comparing what looks difficult as a casual player versus what is actually difficult, and sometimes those coincide. Rainbow Ride is truly a difficult stage and looks to be difficult, but yeah, the Dire Dock stage is you might not think it would be the toughest one. You'd think, oh, maybe the last stage has the toughest stars, but that one's got some spooky ones.
Deceptively hard.
We are getting the 100 coin star first. As you can see, we've been collecting lots of them so far. We're 3/4 of the way through them.
So I missed a coin there, so I'm actually jumping down here just to be safe. I'm going to grab a couple extra coins. I don't necessarily think I need these. It's just... I grabbed extra anyways, but I'm just being safe. I might have shorted myself by 1. So... just to be safe.
Yeah, there were the blue coins that popped up there, and yeah, so we're short 5 of what we would normally get. But those bob-ombs give a couple. I always thought these magic carpets were cool, but this part spooked me out. Trying to jump over that. You can see the backflip works pretty well.
All right. Everybody take your hands off the controller for a second.
Woo!
We got time.
Well, I will take some of that time to let folks know that all the funds raised through this marathon are going to the Alberta Children's Hospital as unrestricted funds, which means the hospital gets to decide where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars raised make the biggest impact possible. We do still have a couple incentives that can be met for future runs, so please feel free to do !donate in the chat and throw some money at some kids in the nicest possible way.
It sounds a lot better, or it is a lot better than maybe it sounded, depending on how you...
Yes. I was not brought here because of my silver tongue.
I think you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. Get some 100 coin stars for those kids, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Give those kids at least 5 coins, but don't let Mario see it, because
Perfect. So
he'll do anything to get those 5 coins.
I was correct in going back and getting those coins. We would have been short
Yep.
if I didn't. So
You can see he got basically just the exact number he needed there. So thankfully, 100 coin star is done. We just need to go grab the 7 red coin star that we had already, or 8 red coin star, excuse me, that we had already.
we're just gonna grab the star that's up on the roof here.
Oh, I guess
Save
that makes more
ourselves some
sense.
time.
You're right there.
I spawned the star because I had to grab extra coins, but
Right, yeah. Normally, actually, yeah, you're right. You wouldn't have gotten that last red coin because the blue coin that was missed would have been more than enough.
I have started the worst possible trend in chat.
I'm gonna go throw quarters at my kids and tell them the marathon told me I could. Yeah, these red coins are, contained within this region. It's relatively fast to go get them all, so you are ultimately saving time by getting them.
I
that
hate
long
that
jump. is
jump.
Spooky.
I hate that jump.
Well, you nailed it, so nicely done.
It's all Brofar. Blame Brofar.
Yeah, blame me. I will be your lightning rod of hate.
You know, my wall jump timing today is actually okay. I'm getting lots of firsties.
Yeah. You've been doing great. Firsties when you want them, and not when you don't want them. For context, when he's referring to firsties, when you wall kick off of a wall, the frame at which you launch yourself off of the wall is important for how Mario moves afterwards. So a firstie just means you're kicking off on that first frame when you actually hit the wall. And so for some tricks, that's helpful. If you're doing Owlless, for instance, which was one of the very first stars that we did, for those who didn't see, it's where you get into the cage at Womp's Fortress without using the owl. Firsties actually make that trick way harder because you kick too far away from the cage. So in that case, you don't want a firstie, but in other cases, your wall kicks being firsties, like the ones that you've seen him do here, are beneficial.
We have a $5 donation from Anonymous saying pet the cat. So whenever you're able.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Anonymous. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Optimus appreciate you too.
2 stars left in this stage, and then we get to finish the run.
We're getting pretty dang close here. A couple more here at Rainbow Ride. Bowser in the Sky, the final Bowser stage, is the longest of the 3, but
I love that movement.
it's a really fun one. It's a really yeah, the pyramid things when they get inverted and the rollouts, and yeah, it's fun to watch.
Alright. Let's see if I can get the fun movement for the last star.
I believe in you.
We didn't. That's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay, because this still looks really impressive, but it's way easier than you would think it is.
Yep, this one right here.
I choose not to believe that.
It's actually really easy. It was already falling, which messed up my momentum.
Yeah, when I was thinking of things that look really hard, that's one that I think of. Yeah, I think of child me, losing my mind a little bit at the triple jump off of that tiny little platform.
Oh, we get
That's
the
the
cool
cool
movement.
movement, by the way. Oh.
No!
Oh,
no!
this is all actually intentional because dewdney wants to see you eat that sock.
That is true, actually. Although his life count has gone higher since then. We're up to 32.
That's true.
So he's got a lot more of those to go.
Optimus is currently laying in front of my hands, so I can't totally see my monitor.
Oh no, the cat
Absolutely
sabotage.
acceptable. That is 100% probably the only valid excuse.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're just making sure Bowser gives us the right pattern.
First try.
First try. Did you die 3 times in this stage or
3.
2?
I did not die
3.
4. Yeah.
Good. I had to make sure I didn't jinx it. Well, actually, that you jinxed it because you said 4. I think is
I
what
said
you
4.
said, right?
Yeah.
That is prime petting position, Spark. So please get those $5 donations in. For this
We are in
prime.
a prime position for petting cats.
Absolutely.
And we are finally here at the last stage. We're gonna grab the 8 red coins here at Bowser in the Sky. I think the stage has some pretty fun movement. This is one too where, you know, if you're just getting into the game, there are lots of different strategies that you could use or not use. This one, for instance, that triple jump dive is one where you could just run around, but of course it's faster to skip that part of the stage this way. So I think in general the game really is accessible to folks who are new, who are wanting to get into it. Clearly some of the stars are harder than others, but I really enjoy how there's a lot of both kind of beginner strats and more advanced ones. So you too can get 120 stars in the span of only several hours. You just might want to take some different strategies to begin with.
Oh, what am I doing? I forgot what route I was on. Sorry, guys.
You're good. I was actually gonna comment on that because he was about to do a trick that's used in speedruns where you don't grab the red coins here. So you see, he actually needs to grab that red coin. Or what he was about to do is a trick that's called left side, where you bypass a lot of that section by hopping off the left side of that wall to go above that platform. But because we do need to get the red coins to get all 120 stars, we are not doing left side. But we did get the coin down there, so he is going to do the triple jump dive onto that pole, which is an easier way. So left side is pretty dang hard. The triple jump dive takes some practice. It can be kind of difficult too.
I'm missing a red coin. Oh, I know where it is. We're good. Sorry, guys. I'm spacing out a little bit. It's been a long morning. My bad.
Long morning, but we're making it through. Ah, right. You did the long jump there. Because, again, that's what you would do for other categories. Yep.
Give me just a sec, bud. I will pet you.
So, in case you didn't notice, one of the reasons why he was doing those kicks is because, for Mario to do that triple jump, you have the single jump, your double jump goes a little bit higher, and then you have your triple. But if you do kicks, you can actually preserve that double jump, so that you can kind of save up when you're going to do that tallest triple jump into the dive onto that pole. But you get a little bit more height when you kick in the air too. There it is.
That I baited you all.
I gotcha. There's the 120th star. We just have to throw Bowser into these bombs 3 times, and then we are done with Super Mario 64.
Count it with us, chat.
One.
That's 1.
Two.
There's 2. Beautiful. Saves a little bit of time by doing that side hop to re-grab the tail.
And that's 3.
And great throws. Really well done. Good throws.
I am a little bit overestimate. I apologize. There was a little bit of, we got a sound glitch. I died a couple of times.
Unavoidable glitch.
Yeah. But
I'll forgive you this time.
I think I'm like 3 minutes over estimate or so. It's not awful. I do apologize, but
Thank you so much.
hold on. Oh, just come here, bud. They want to see you.
GG's.
2
Let's
seconds.
get the cat.
Yes, GG's indeed. Really fun run to watch. There's a lot of super, super cool stars in this. Some that are real challenging and can be frustrating, but we kept it together and made it through all 120 stars of Super Mario 64. And there's Mr. Optimus. What a sweet boy. And your donations go towards more pets for Optimus.
100%. As well, if you have donated to petting Optimus, you also get to put your donation towards a second incentive of your choice. So please let one of the mods in chat know where you would like that $5 to go.
Thank you guys so much for letting me run this again. I know, I apologize. I'm a little bit overestimate. There was a couple of things that, went wrong. It happens. Marathon. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. I always like showing off this game. It's always fun. The game is really technical, and there's a lot to it. Yeah. The timer does say I'm 40 minutes underestimate.
Perfect.
It does say that. Just don't think about how long you've been here.
Yeah. But I really do appreciate it. I shouts out to Slurpathon for letting me show up and do 3 runs this year, which is crazy. You guys are amazing. You're breathtaking, Omax. Shout out to Slurpy Ninja for putting this event on every year. Shout out to Drew for doing commentary. You guys are all amazing. Definitely give to charity. Do it. I'm telling you, do it.
What now?
Do it. But it's always cool to see events like this, especially local, that are trying to do good things by speedrunning. So, absolutely, anytime, I'd do a 4th. I know they tried to talk me into getting over it.
Yes. You would be raging for the kids, but
Exactly.
the triple duty for the kids is already pretty wonderful. So
Yeah.
it was a pleasure to be here with you for this really fun run.
Absolutely, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Drew, and thank you, hosts, and Brofar Aki for stepping in and doing commentary as well. That was
Our pleasure. It is I, Aki Mokumi,
yeah.
and the prior Aki Mokumi as well. Aki Mokumi isn't a person; it is a concept. Stick around, folks. We have Super Mario World, any percent no Star World coming up as a race between Trank 89, Avatar of Honor, and Slurpy Ninja. Just a couple minutes here. Once again, thank you to dewdney and Drewby for the fantastic run. And remember, !donate to send some money to some kids via Extra Life and the Children's Miracle Network hospitals, specifically benefiting the Alberta Children's Hospital.